Hey everybody, it's Gordon here, coming to you from the beautiful MBG, the Moss Beer Garden. I spent a lot of time back here thinking and contemplating what next move to make. So today is May 5th, Cinco de Mayo in the Mexican heritage, and my girlfriend Eva had a great comment. She said, when has it ever been that on Cinco de Mayo and Taco Tuesday that a Corona ruined the whole holiday? And I was like, I like that. So I had a great Mexican lunch and drank a shot of tequila in honor of the great Mexican holiday. But let's talk about what's happening right now in the world, the whole COVID-19 thing, and what I think is the most important factor in capitalizing on this, and that's your attitude. Your attitude is the number one thing to focus on. And short of sounding like some Tony Robbins rah-rah guy, I'm not that guy, attitude is the most important thing. Let me tell you a couple stories of woe. My first story about how I did not control my attitude and the result. Back in 1991, I had a car, and on that car was this license plate. I don't know if you can read that, but it says attitude. It's the best way I could get it to be spelled. And 1992, I think, is where it says the California plate. That's the year it came out. And if you can read along the top, it says, you are what you think. So in 1991, I had spent the last 6 years as a commercial real estate broker. Brand new guy, knew nothing about business, sales, real estate, nothing. Went into it and suffered. I did not make much money for a long time, but I stuck it out. I've got a couple issues in life, and one of them is that I don't quit. And maybe I should have quit, because I wasn't doing well. It took me 2 or 3 or 4 years of getting beat up and not making any money and just suffering and doing what it took. But I'll tell you what, by 1989, I was the Orange County top commercial industrial real estate broker at Cushman & Wakefield in that office, because I sold a piece of land from the railroad, built an industrial park, sold the buildings. At 29 years old, here I was. I was all that, and you just asked me. I'll tell you I was all that. I was that guy. But guess what happened 2 years later? In 1991, the senior Bush decides to go to war with Iraq. Everything crashed. We went into an instant recession, which I'd never seen before, didn't know what it was. I looked at it and said, you know what? I just lost everything. All my money, I lost my car. This is all that's left. It got stolen because I had to move out when I got divorced, park it on some lousy street, and it got taken away. All my stuff was taken away. Everything was taken away. I had lost my attitude. Big time. I was in the woe is me saying, you know what? Why do I deserve this? I did everything right. I suffered. I struggled. And here I am, broke again. Nice. That was 1991. And they had a saying in the office. They said, survive till 95. I did the math and said, you know what? That's 4 years. I've already struggled for 6 years, did everything right, and lost everything. Here it is. Suffer for 4 more years, survive till 95. I did not. Went and kind of sold out, got a corporate job, didn't like it. So I didn't survive till 95. I basically bailed out and said, you know what? Life's not fair. Woe is me. It ain't good for me. I lost my attitude. I told myself, after 10 years of this, the people that actually at that time saw all the assets, the values go down and bought in like I should have, they had a better attitude than I did. They made a fortune. I did not make a fortune. I said at that time, I said, that will never happen to me again. In my career, I will never lose my attitude again. I made a pact with myself. So here I am now, once again at the Moss Beer Garden, 59 and a half years old in 2 months, thinking, boy, worked hard, built my passive investments, all good. And I'm looking at it saying, wait a minute here. A lot of my stuff is in Las Vegas, which might be cooked right now as far as I can see for the next 2 years. How good is this? I mean, I worked hard. So if I learned anything over the last 30 years, it's to control your attitude. My attitude. You are what you think. Somebody made a statement to me one time. They said, you know, it's 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. And that one took me a while to fully comprehend and say, you know what, I think that's right. So fast forward to today, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo, 2020. Post, after COVID. unprecedented, unbelievable event that just happened might have wiped out. I have a whole theory I called half. I'm worried about this next economy when everybody's saying they're going to lay their people off, half the people, restaurants are going to be half open, businesses are going to be half open. How does the economy in the US work on half for a year or two or more? I don't know. I'm very worried about it. But guess what? What am I going to do? Sink back into my 1992 attitude? Never. I'd rather die. I got to tell you, the last 5 years, I've come out of retirement. I'm excited right now. I see this as the best opportunity in my life, and I'm wide awake. And I said, you know what? I'm going to help some people. I'm going to take them along the path with me. I'm going to show them what I'm going to do. For example, specific knowledge. I am not the note guy. I'm the non-performing junior lien guy for a reason. I've mastered the bad debt thing. There's going to be a ton of bad debt and the things that go with it, the bankruptcies, the foreclosures, everything that goes with it. I am on that right now. I'm out there rebuilding my contacts, rebuilding everything that I had before and saying, you know what? It's time to play. It's time to go. I'm excited. And I'm writing a new course about it. The mastery of real estate and note investing is going to be expanded to this new reality that we're in. So if this at all interests you, this journey that we might all be on here in the next 5 years, 2021 to 2025, survive and thrive, what I would recommend you do is push a like button here, because I guess YouTube likes that. If you like this video, I'll keep making more. Also, my website, www.realestateandnoteinvesting.com. realestateandnoteinvesting.com. I've got 7 years of speeches that I made, which give my basic concepts, my philosophies, my strategies, and I'm going to start building them. I'm going to start publishing them. If you're interested in coming along for the ride, I'd love to have you. Signing off, Gordon.